Have you ever had a strange thought pop into your head? You know, the kind of thought that seems to come out of nowhere and leaves you wondering, where did that come from? It could be something completely random, like imagining what it would be like to live on Mars, or something more unsettling. Maybe it was something disturbing or something that made you question your sanity. Perhaps you thought about an embarrassing moment from years ago, or you suddenly worried about something bad happening to a loved one. These thoughts can be jarring and make you feel uneasy. These are called intrusive thoughts, and they're more common than you might think. In fact, almost everyone experiences them at some point. Intrusive thoughts can be about anything, and they often don't make much sense. They can be violent, sexual, or just plain weird. But here's the thing, having these thoughts doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Intrusive thoughts can be unsettling, but it's important to remember that they don't define you. They are just thoughts, fleeting and temporary. They don't reflect your true character or intentions. It's like a cloud passing through the sky. It comes and goes without leaving a lasting impact. They're just thoughts, and they don't mean you're a bad person. It's crucial to be kind to yourself and not judge yourself harshly for having them. If you find that these thoughts are causing you significant distress, it might be helpful to talk to someone about it, like a therapist or a trusted friend. Remember, you're not alone in this, and there's support available. So, next time a weird thought pops into your head, take a deep breath, acknowledge it, and let it pass. You're stronger than you think. Intrusive thoughts are unwanted. Involuntary thoughts, images, or urges that can be distressing and unwelcome. They can be about anything, but they often involve taboo subjects, violence, or harm. These thoughts can pop up out of nowhere and can be very persistent. They can make you feel anxious, guilty, or ashamed. The exact cause of intrusive thoughts is unknown, but they're thought to be related to a combination of factors, including genetics, brain chemistry, and life experiences. Intrusive thoughts are those unwelcome, involuntary thoughts, images, or ideas that can pop into our minds at any time. They can be disturbing and unsettling, often causing significant distress. But why do we have them? Let's delve deeper into the possible reasons. Stress, anxiety, and trauma can all trigger intrusive thoughts. When we are under a lot of stress or experiencing high levels of anxiety, our brain can become overwhelmed. This can lead to the emergence of intrusive thoughts as a way for our mind to process and cope with the stressors. Trauma especially can leave a lasting impact on our mental health, making us more susceptible to these unwanted thoughts. They can also be a symptom of certain mental health conditions, such as obsessive-compulsive disorder, otherwise known as OCD. People with OCD often experience intrusive thoughts that are persistent and repetitive. These thoughts can lead to compulsive behaviors as a way to manage the anxiety they cause. For example, someone might repeatedly check if the door is locked or wash their hands excessively to alleviate the distress brought on by these thoughts. And post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Individuals with PTSD may have intrusive thoughts related to their traumatic experiences. These thoughts can manifest as flashbacks, where the person feels as though they are reliving the traumatic event. This can be incredibly distressing and can interfere with their daily life. Understanding the root causes of intrusive thoughts can help in finding effective ways to manage and cope with them. There are various strategies to manage intrusive thoughts. Mindfulness and meditation can help by allowing individuals to observe their thoughts without judgment. Therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can provide tools to challenge and change negative thought patterns. Journaling can also be a helpful way to process and understand these thoughts. By acknowledging and addressing the underlying factors, we can reduce the impact of intrusive thoughts on our lives. It's important to remember that having intrusive thoughts is incredibly common. Most people experience them at some point in their lives. Having these thoughts does not mean you're crazy or a bad person. It's simply a part of being human. Our brains are constantly generating thoughts, and sometimes these thoughts are unpleasant or unwanted. The many faces of intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts can take many forms. They can be violent, sexual, blasphemous, or just plain weird. Some common examples include thoughts of harming yourself or others, thoughts of contamination or germs, and thoughts of doing something socially unacceptable. What do they mean? Intrusive thoughts can be perplexing and unsettling. They often come out of nowhere, leaving us questioning their origin and significance. The good news is that intrusive thoughts don't usually mean anything. They are a common experience and are not indicative of your character or mental state. These thoughts are just random and fleeting, often triggered by stress or anxiety. They don't reflect your true desires or intentions. It's important to understand that having a thought doesn't mean you will act on it. In fact, these thoughts are often the opposite of what you truly want or believe. In fact, people who experience intrusive thoughts are often the least likely to act on them. This is because they are so disturbed by these thoughts that they take extra precautions to ensure they don't come to fruition. They're often horrified by their thoughts and go to great lengths to avoid anything that might trigger them. This avoidance can sometimes lead to more anxiety, but it's a natural response to something that feels so out of place. Remember, these thoughts are not a reflection of who you are. They are just thoughts, and they will pass. Managing intrusive thoughts. While you can't always control what thoughts pop into your head, you can learn to manage your response to them. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, and cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, can help you become more aware of your thoughts and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Don't be afraid. It's important not to be afraid of your intrusive thoughts. The more you try to fight them, the stronger they may become. Instead, try to acknowledge them without judgment and let them pass. Remember, they're just thoughts, and they don't have any power over you unless you give it to them. Embrace your thoughts. Embrace the fact that your brain is capable of thinking all sorts of thoughts, even the weird and uncomfortable ones. This is a sign that your brain is healthy and functioning properly. It's also a sign that you're a complex and multifaceted individual. Understanding your mind. Take this opportunity to learn more about your mind and how it works. The more you understand about intrusive thoughts, the less power they'll have over you. Remember, you're not alone in this. Every day, millions of people around the world experience intrusive thoughts, and there are resources available to help you cope. Well, there you have it. Intrusive thoughts are completely normal, and everyone will experience them at some point in their life. Remember, understanding and managing intrusive thoughts is a journey, and you're not alone in it. What do you do to manage intrusive thoughts? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your story might just help someone else. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Until next time, take care.